You know, it's great to be in a game these days that actually lasts more than 3 or 4 minutes. But it's fantastic when you're in a platoon of Cromwells in TeamSpeak and everyone has an excellent game. Hello, this is Dalemo, and welcome to X-Term Gaming, where we're setting off in a platoon of 3 Cromwells. I say this morning because it's Saturday morning here in Perth, Western Australia, Friday night in the United States. And the 3 of us, well, myself, Bush, as you can see here, driving his Cromwell B, you can tell that, camouflage with the Allied star on the back, as he has a look at my standard Cromwell, with the camouflage. And also from Perth, Western Australia, we have Rapscallion driving his Cromwell, standard Cromwell, no camouflage, and that's how you'll be able to tell the difference between our tanks. Now, we've actually recorded 3 replays here and edited them together, so how can you tell? I'll try and call it, but if you have a look at the list of names on the team on the top left of the screen, you'll see Rapscallion currently highlighted, now me. That shows that that's the point of view that we're using for this particular section. So I'm going to drive up here. We've come up to the 9-0 line, having a shot at what we can see, just a bit wary about the potential TDs that might be hiding in the back there. Shots on the Cromwell. Managed to score myself a crit, maybe. I'm going to pull back. So does Rapper. We have a look at Rapper's perspective. He's driving back up to have a look at this Cromwell again, but manages to spot a Skoda across the way and gets a shot in. Excellent. Someone else gives it a lot of damage, giving Rapper not only spotting damage, but the next shot from him knocks it off. Meanwhile, across the middle, we've got a AMX 12T, sorry, a Batchat 12T, being chased by the 4th member of our platoon. Yes, we've got another Cromwell here, and he joins up with us in a fair bit of action. Shadow Forks, who has an excellent game, although the scores later don't really reflect how well he played, I think. We've decided that we need to move across to the middle now because the action is hotting up there and our team doesn't seem to be around. That Batchat wisely gets out of there. The Churchill doesn't have the opportunity. I'm able to swing around his rear and deliver the coup de grace and move on. Bush, myself and Rapper cross across the middle. We're wary about the advances happening down the 2, 3, 4 line from the enemy. I'm going to go across to the bottom. Bush is going to go across to the top of this hill, just being careful not to be slapped in the face by something like an OI, but Bush, perhaps a bit aggressive there, manages to cop it. I'm trying to get shots on the OI, but it's a difficult angle. He's angled up at about 45 degrees to me there, so my shots are just going to bounce. It's a pretty difficult proposition, and there's a ricochet, as you can see. Bush up top, slightly better position. If the OI faces him, he might get that last shot in. And he does. Nice shot. But of course he's up on that hill, and what does that mean? Well, there's a 12T sneaking up behind him, lands a shot. Bush wisely decides to bail out, rather literally there. Unfortunately, he forgot to pack his parachute, and as a result of that, takes some damage from the fall. Meanwhile, I'm racing back. There's a VKM coming up that gully near our cap. In fact, there's some heavies beyond that. Going to try and circle jerk him, but end up just driving in a jerky circle as I collide there. Get around him, get a shot in, and our 4th platoon mate has joined in to get the kill. Good on him. He's now got 2 kills and playing well. Bush lines up on the 12T, gets that final shot in and gets himself a 2nd kill for the game. Meanwhile, Rapper and I are having a look at what's up ahead. When I say ahead, I'm looking back towards the cap circle. Thunderbolt climbing up and a KV-5. Very difficult for us because they're both heavily armoured tanks. So what are we going to do? Well, have a look to make sure that there's no one coming up from behind, and then we'll try and snipe these guys down while taking cover best we can. The Thunderbolt's been taken out by someone. So I'm going to aim up on the turret hatches of the KV-5, one of the 2 vulnerable areas, the only place we're really likely to be able to pen it. The other one being the R2-D2 units. Bush has driven up and he's having a shot at the R2-D2 units. wisely electing to use some gold rounds, pressing 2 on his keyboard to get the gold rounds in. Rapper's also coming up, having some shots at the KV5. Meanwhile, Shadow Forks, he's trying to do loops around him, not getting shot, and trying to get some rounds in. Nearly took one from me as he drove in front of my shell there. Luckily, wasn't fully loaded, so it didn't hit him. It looks like he's in a bit of trouble there, so I'm going to take the opportunity to come forward, see if I can keep away from that turret, or I'll swing the other way and go down the hill. Meanwhile, Bush takes a shot, gets one into the R2-D2 unit. I'm now coming up the other side of him, get a shot in, and that finishes off the KV5. So I've managed to get my second kill here, and we're looking like we're doing pretty well, and the team scores reflect that. They've got some TDs that still haven't been accounted for and a missing light tank. But otherwise, it looks like it's going well for us. So we'll come back to the middle. A T-28 has gone a long way forward there. Not quite sure how he ended up in that position, but he's calling for help, and rightly so. A T-71 has emerged and is starting to look like he's a threat. But no, T-71 is down. T-28 is in trouble, he's down too, so we'll keep driving forward. What's actually there? 2 very dangerous TDs, a UDES with a big gun, an armour that we can't penetrate front on, although he's a bit soft from the sides, or very soft from the sides, and that T-28 HTC, a very difficult proposition. We'll struggle to pen him at all. Artie lands a shot. We're getting some shots in on the UDES. I'm trying to find the flank here. At least I'm getting some spotting damage if nothing else. So's Rapper. And I think Bush is coming along from the other side. Rapper decides to try and sneak around, but oh dear, came out right in front of the T-28 and pays the ultimate penalty for that, wearing one of his big caliber shells head on. And that's the end of Rapper's game. Meanwhile, Bush, approaching the same tank from the rear, manages to slide a shot in. And he's going to have a go at trying to keep away from that big gun, but he's being rammed, set on fire by something else, possibly one of ours, sets the T-28 HTC on fire and actually gets the kill. He's a little confused and surprised that he got the kill there well after it actually died, but it was the fire that caused it. Meantime, what's left? Well, it's Artie, and yes, a light tank. Would you believe it? A light tank. He's got bot in his name. Is that the way he plays? Because, my goodness me, how far back could he get? He just couldn't get any further back than that. Artie has a shot, but he seems no longer to be there. We don't see any Hulk, and in fact he's come off the cliff and he's down the bottom. So I'm going to try and auto-aim up here, slide down that slope and see if I can get some shots in. A bounce, unfortunately. Got to be getting some good shots in. Oh, he set him on fire. You beauty. He's down. Where's Artie? Oh, there he is, and I turned just in time. I think otherwise I would have been smacked pretty hard then and may well have been taken out of the game. The Law now needs to reload. I'm auto-aiming up, and that shot missed, so perhaps I don't have my auto-aim, and that suggests I don't, although I was quite convinced that I had auto-aim on while I was firing. Got a shot in the sand, then one in his side, another in his side. Let's see if I can get some more in. One more, and he's a goner. And that is a great game for our platoon. Pretty happy with the results there. Managed to get second top damage. Bush top damage. Rapscallion with 1368 in fourth place. That was good damage. And even our helper Shadow Forks had an adequate game at 670 damage. And for XP, I managed to sneak on top there with Bush in second. A good game from all of us. And, well, luckily enough, just managed to pick myself up an ace tanker as well to complete the excellent game.
Renegade here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and check out our other videos.